Every day, thousands of vulnerable children are failed by systems that are ill-equipped to meet their complex needs.
For those who grow into adulthood in a succession of temporary foster homes or institutions, without the benefit of knowing what it is like to have a permanent family, the statistics and impact on society are grim. Many of these young adults will join the ranks of school dropouts, the unemployed, the homeless, and mentally ill. Some will end up in court or the penal system. Many face a lifetime of public dependency.
Well, our mission's really straightforward, and that's to create an integrated service system that can help kids wherever they are through the most difficult times of their lives. And we do this by providing programs that innovate and individualize for kids across education, mental health, and permanency, finding permanent homes for children and families and creating family.
The problem within the educational system is that every day we're still failing far too many kids. And we're failing them because we build services in boxes that we expect kids to fit into, rather than looking at each individual learner and then trying to figure out what they need and building services around that person. It's our belief that students don't fail schools, it's schools that fail children. And it's our mission not to let that happen. We strive to overcome the difficulties we just described, where we try to provide an integrated learning environment for children that takes into account their academic needs, their social-emotional needs, their mental health needs, and we do that in an integrated team approach.
The problem that we're trying to solve is that kids historically have had to go to institutions, to places, in order to access help, in order to access mental health service. The premise of community-based service is that we want to bring the service to the family, to the kid, to the child, when and where they need them the most.
Right now, 1 in 5 children have been in the foster care system over 5 years. Those children are either moving from foster home to foster home, or they're living in long-term group home, in essence spending their childhoods in impermanence, often moving from place to place. Each of those moves create tremendous losses for children. They lose relationships, people they've loved, siblings, grandparents, aunts. They change schools. They lose teachers, they lose their peers. From our family finding programs to our foster care, adoption, and relative care services, our goal is to ensure that each child has a permanent place to call home.
We're in an ever-changing field, and there's new information and new innovations and new ideas that are coming up from within the organization and outside the organization. We're a learning organization, and we want our children and families to learn and grow, and we want to be able to grow to meet their needs.
I get to work with some of the most difficult kids and their families on the planet, and every day I get to see the impact that we make, the smiles that we get from those kids.
I did a lot of stuff to test out if they were like dead serious that they wanted me.
We took her in just thinking that once she had a family, some of those behaviors would be fixed. And once she moved in, it was quite a challenge. And Seneca really helped us with some of those specialized services.
What my family means to me is everything that I never had as a child. They are my saviors. They are my protection that I didn't have. They taught me everything that somebody who has a family already knew, like what love is. I didn't have that, and they gave me that.
We see the kids for who they are, not what they are on paper, but we see them for who they are and who they can become.
You know, that great expression of Jeff Darby's that I like, I cannot change the world, but if I do nothing, nothing will change. I love that. And that is what Seneca does. They take every child one step at a time.
The promise that we make is that we will do whatever it takes to stand with a family until the solutions to their challenges are discovered.
We all know that thriving families make thriving communities.